Oh, that shit would be cool, actually.
Yo, that shit's hard. What is that? Is that Elvis?
Yeah, mugshot.
Yeah, but that shit's hard.
This is like, after this shirt, I got this shirt, like, it's just to be darker, of course. It just got faded. I got this years ago, like, off of, what was it? The fucking hipster ass store.
Spencer's.
The other hipster store. Urban Outfitters.
Urban Outfitters.
Yeah.
Probably like $30 then.
Yeah. So after I bought that, like I like this shirt. Like I was just like, I don't like brands and stuff. Like this is kind of cool because like it's an image and stuff. I bought it and I was just like, damn, I want to get another one because it was getting faded and it was getting old and stuff. Then I'm like, damn, it's just fucking expensive, yo. And I'm like, but I can't find a shirt I like.
Right.
And because of this shirt, that's how I started my brand.
Creative Block?
Yeah. Because I wanted to start because I was just like, I want an image and I'm like, I don't see anything I like.
Yo, that's dope. See, that's a little shit like about like the littlest burst of ideas. Like I want something, but it doesn't fit my interests. And then you were like, you know what? Let me just create it. You know, like you just said, forget all these other brands that might have something that...
Because I see it and it's just like, I see like a cool image and I'm just like, I see the fucking mean ass logo and I was like, I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like...
You know what I hated? When I was younger and I went to Air Pastel and you see Air Pastel all over the shirt.
Yeah.
Then they just wow out in the logo.
And that's what I didn't want. And that's why like I said, after that, like I was just like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna make my own. So I ended up having them.
That's what's up, bro.
Alright, so let's start. I'm probably gonna add this in probably anyway. Alright, so I have Flav here.
Yo.
So
what's goody?
Flav, what is your full name?
My full name, my gov name is Blas Ariel Reynoso, but mostly everybody in the New Jersey area, tri-state area, calls me DJ FLVR.
Wait, what's your middle name?
My middle name is Ariel. Like the mermaid, chill, bro, chill.
I just asked that because like the way you said it like in such a low tone. So the fact that I asked you now and you were like a little like,
yeah.
I want to hear that. I'm sorry.
DJ FLVR. Nah, but yeah, my
your gov name?
My gov name is Blas Ariel Reynoso, mostly known as DJ FLVR.
I always find that funny when people say gov names because it's true. It's like your gov name. Because you know I didn't know people had like once you get baptized, like I didn't know you have a name.
What do you mean?
Like there's like a name you give somebody or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't even know mine because I got baptized.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I don't know mine. I don't know what the fuck they gave me.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, alright, so, and my name is Elvis. So let's start. So like, tell us about yourself. Kind of like, what do you do?
So what I do, well, I'm a graphic designer. I'm a DJ, but the reason, let me just start that over. So what do I do? I'm a DJ / graphic designer. I started DJing when I was 15, and because of DJing, I started graphic designing. So it kind of went hand in hand. Yeah,
I think you remember you telling me that. It's like you needed it for like promotions and shit. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to do my own work because I've always been intuitionally. I've always just been a creative person since young. I was always good in art. I was always good in drawing and stuff like that. But when I got into the internet and I started realizing that you need to do your own artwork, and I started reaching out to people who could do these amazing artworks. I never discredit them, but it never seemed to fit my style. Like I wanted to build my face, that being like the outlook people look at, the way people look at me. So every time I contact a graphic designer, I'd be like, yo, can you do me this cover for this mix?
It was never kind of like what you wanted.
It's never, it never had that flavor I wanted. So it's kind of
the flavor.
Yeah, it never had that flavor. You feel me? So it's just like I took it upon myself to learn. I went on YouTube, and I was just on it every single day. Pause. I was just on it, man. Google was my best friend.
How did you get into it though? Like, how did you get into so you said you got into graphic design because of DJing. How did you get into DJing?
So growing up, my father, he was a DJ, a DJ Cacique, mostly known in Patterson, Passaic, Clifton, and he was a young cat always grinding. And then, alongside with that, he was a barber, but he'd always take me to his bookings. He'd always just have me ride along set up the speakers, the cables, and when he'd go to the bathroom, he'd be like, yo, get on the set real quick. I didn't know what I'd do. Like, I was just like...
Oh, you'd go with him?
Yeah, I'd go with him, and he'd have me go, like,
How old were you?
I was like 13, 14, maybe. Like, that's when I officially, like, started DJing, but when I got serious was 15, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I don't really say I started DJing at 13, because I'm not going to give myself that much credit, you know? But I was just pressing buttons at that time. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of, like, going with the flow. If I knew a song, you know, I grew up a lot of Dominicans, so I knew a couple of my music already. I knew a couple of songs, so I would be like, you know what, this will sound dope, and people would dance. And when I saw that I had control of the people dancing, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the fact that I could make a moment right there for someone. I felt happy because everybody was having a good time, and everybody was just happy. Everybody was free. So ever since then, I just kept going with it. Like, it was my true passion.
That makes sense. And is that how you consider yourself as a creative, or why do you consider yourself as a creative?
So, being a creative, yeah, I consider myself a creative with or without being a DJ and a graphic designer, because I've always just been a creative person. Okay. But I guess these platforms give me a reason to call myself a creative person, because I can actually set something solid with it, and you can actually see it in physical form. If I wasn't to put anything into action and I called myself a creator, am I really a creator? You know, like, I found my path out. I said, I am a creative person, but how can I prove that I'm a creative person? Okay,
that makes sense. And that's kind of like, that's your medium.
Yeah, that's my medium.
So that's your medium. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so currently, you just launched a project, or you're launching?
Well, yeah.
So let's talk about that.
Let's get it. So, I just recently dropped the Soul Flavor mixtape, and
is that today?
Yeah, it's today.
Oh,
yeah,
shit!
Yeah. You're gonna get a wristband. I'm gonna let you know. I got you, bro.
Oh, I forgot you have a wristband.
Yeah. Look, so let me just start by saying that this idea.
Start from the beginning. How did that come up? Yeah.
So, being Flavor.
Oh, before that, how'd you get Flavor?
Let's start off with that. So DJ FLVR, right? How I got my name. My father, like, I was with him, like I said before.
Like your sabor. Your sabor.
Yeah, my sabor. Like, I was with him, I was just doing my thing. My father one day, man, like, he was talking to an OG, shout out DJ Presley, and they were just having a conversation, and I was with my pops. And then the DJ Presley asked him, like, yo, what's your little man's name? Like, what's your little man's name? Yeah. And then he was like, oh, that's DJ FLVR. And I looked at him, I was like, what you mean that's DJ FLVR? Like, I didn't even know I had a DJ name till right now. I was like 14, going on the peak of 15, so I was just like, okay, that's my DJ name. And, you know, I loved it. Like, I fuck with FLVR so much. Like, I don't know, there was something about it that kept me with that name. I stayed with that name ever since then. But I always felt in my mind like DJ FLVR wasn't enough. Like, I mean, DJ FLVR wasn't enough. I felt like DJ FLVR wasn't enough.
So that's why you put DJ.
Yeah, that's why I put DJ FLVR enough.
So do you think, because your dad was a big part of your DJing and stuff, of course. So do you think that you like the name because your dad gave it to you, or because that's how you feel?
I think both. I think it's kind of a balance of both. Yeah. FLVR, I loved how my father just slapped the name on me, like he just threw it on me. Yeah. But I also like that FLVR holds meaning behind it, like intense meaning. Like, I didn't see it at that young age why he called me. I found it tacky, that name, at the beginning of it all. Mm-hmm. But then as I started growing up and I started realizing what FLVR meant, it expressed me very much. So FLVR is who you are. It expresses your individuality. FLVR is your skill. FLVR is the taste. FLVR is who you are. It represents you. You know, Creator's Block, that's your FLVR. Mm-hmm. So I learned that along my path of being DJ flavrenough. I learned that FLVR is anything. You know, anything you do with your life, if you're happy, that's your flavor, and no one can take that from you. No one can ever strip that away from you because you were born with that flavor. You were given that, and as tacky and as corny as
just the concept.
Just the concept of it is just so strong because that's who you are, and no one can take that from you. So DJ FLVR is me. It's my flavor, and this is what I want to give the world. So growing up, I made nothing out of something. I made DJ FLVR a full entity.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
And I stuck with it. Shout out my boy DJ FLVR because I hit him up one day and he said, I asked him for advice. I say, for a young boy like me, what advice do you have for me?
And how much older is he than you?
He is 24, 25 right now. But I think he's older. Don't get me wrong.
He's more established.
He's more established. He's a real. I love his work ethic. He has a clothing brand. He's on the radio, Power 105. He's working. So at that point though, I've always been the type of person to catch a big fish. If I see somebody working, I know they're gonna make it. So at an early time in his life, at a young point in my life, I hit him up and I asked him, what advice can I get from someone like you? Because I knew he was going to make it. He wasn't even on the radio yet, and I knew he was going to get there because of his flavor. He had an individuality that no one can beat.
That makes sense.
So, do I continue talking now?
Yeah, no, you keep going, sorry.
So, no, I'll talk about
Sorry about that.
So, I knew that Frank Roth was somebody that was going to make it big, make it big. So, he told me, be as different as you can be. Be different. And don't let anybody tell you can't do it and not to do what you're doing, and just stick with it. He said, be different and just stick with it. And I did it. Ever since that day that he said, be different and just stick with it, I've been different and I've been sticking with it.
Okay, so that could go both ways, because whenever I hear that, people fall off the idea of like be different and stick with it. Like, so do you intentionally try to be different, or do you kind of go more towards like I need to be myself?
So different, in my mind, in my perspective, different is exactly that. Be yourself, because there's only one copy of yourself.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, when people hear that, like, they kind of go towards just like, oh, like I see this and stuff, but like, even though it might be what they want to do, they intentionally just try to do the opposite. And the tryhards that kind of you see, like, you're trying to be different, and that's how you notice it.
You know what it is that part of yourself questioning yourself. Mm-hmm. When in reality you shouldn't question yourself. You should just do. You gotta just do it. If you question yourself and you say, I need to think about this option, it's you going against yourself at that moment. You need to stick with the idea. You can't second guess it. Because the moment you second guess it, you gotta go with your gut feeling. You can't question that gut feeling, because then the result of that is, damn, I should have done it I should have went with my first option. And it's always like that. Always.
So back to the flavrenough, like that being said, it's like you started doing this project. So now let's talk about that. How did you come up with the project?
So being different, in this project, I decided to be myself entirely. I want to show my individuality to its max potential. So, I was meditating, asking for help from the universe, because I needed this. I needed to show people what I got, because people need to see what I can bring to the table. Because I know what I can bring to the table, but do you know what I can bring to the table?
Okay.
So being a DJ means bringing something different to the table every single time, but not trying to be different, but being different in your own way. Just like you were saying before, being yourself. Mm-hmm. So I used my creative mind to think of a way. I said, DJs are always doing mixtapes. That's fine. We do mixtapes all the time. And DJs always publish it the same way. They always publish it the same way. CDs in a regular cover. It's 2019, and this mixtape, it's not just a regular mixtape. there's thought behind it. The thought is, there is no such thing as time. The future or the past is only in your mind. So the future is now for me. This is my future. I'm creating it as I go. And I let go of the whole concept of CDs, and I said, yo, I want to do USBs. I want this to be the best mixtape in 2019, starting off the new year. I want this to be entirely flavor. And I one day I said, so flavor. I want to be so flavor. And then ever since then I stuck with that, so flavor. Because everybody's so flavor. You're so flavor, bro. You got creative block. You feel me? Like, it just sticks. So then I did the whole flavrenough USBs, and I did a mixtape. And this mixtape is not only just music in a USB, it's mashups of top 40 music. Anything you guys hear in the radio, it's a whole bunch of blends, a whole bunch of one thing with another thing and making a whole other thing. You know, it's not just music. In the end of the day, it's flavor. It's a whole bunch of candy. Because what I did with these bracelets were, I got different colors representing your flavor. So you have an option of your individuality here. Mm-hmm. You could pick what you want, you know? Like, if you want green, take green. You want pink, take pink. The mixes inside, they have...
Green's my favorite color.
It is?
Yeah.
I love green.
I just never wore green.
Why?
Because I don't like how it looks in clothes.
Oh, man.
I have a green suit, though, that my girlfriend gave me. It's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it like a Christmas sweater?
It's like no, it's an olive green suit.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
What happened?
Somebody knocking the door?
Mm-mm. It's probably like upstairs or something. Yeah, I'm hungry. Anyway, so these mixtapes highly express your individuality, expresses mine. I didn't do this for anybody else but myself. I wanted to see what I can do. I want to see how far I can go with this. I thought of an idea and I materialized it. And
what was the idea? Like, we made a video.
Oh yeah, so
how did you go
with that being
concept?
with that being said, like individuality, your flavors and everything. Not only did I do USBs, but I did a commercial, and with with your help and Ayana's help, creative directing. Shout out Ayana. We did something different. Here we did like a candy store. So here, basically, I did like a 1950s theme because I love the 1950s. I feel like I was supposed to be born there.
Yo, me too. It's so funny because like, I feel like I have an older look too, like as far as like that period look.
Yeah.
So the thing is, there's always a lot of old people that fucking love me. Like a lot of old ladies are like in love with me and shit, and it's so weird because I feel like I remind them of like one of their old like lovers or some shit like that, and like I'm just like, yo, I got like the old ladies on lock if I really.
Yo, you're wildin'.
It's fucking weird though. Like,
yo, hit him up.
It's just like, because every job I've been to, because I worked at a bank, so it's just like every old person fucking like loved me for some reason. I don't know why, but
you do look like Elvis a little bit. It's probably that.
But I like the style. I mean, yo, look, I wear slip-ons, man. Like,
that's dope. I need myself a pair. But
so that period was like significant for you.
Yeah, it is. It's always been like, that's where the Roswell crash happened in Texas. That's where Elvis was popping. Like those years were the best. Look, like those years were the golden years of the United States of America. I feel like, because it was so jolly. Even though were they coming everywhere at that time?
No, they were going to fucking segregation.
Segregation?
Yo, it was fucking wild.
What is that?
It was good for white people.
Oh no! Fuck that. Listen.
I know what you mean. The concept of it.
The concept of it was just so. I love the art behind it. Fuck the history. It was cool,
but like, yeah.
The art, the dress.
Realistically, though, we were in that period.
Oh, we fucked. It's over.
Yeah. It was good for white people. So that's what you mean. Because the 50s were right after the World War. It was like that whole idea of the American dream. Everyone kind of got their houses and shit. Veterans coming back. So that was the idea. But not for us.
Not for us.
Not for us.
But I love the whole jolly, the whole American dream, the whole jolly outlook about everything.
Aesthetics. Aesthetics are really nice.
Exactly. So I decided to put my own flavor to it. We went to a candy store, bro. We weren't, you were there.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to shoot there. You were nervous.
So we were like, all right. So the thing is, like, it wasn't a regular candy store. It was a very commercial candy store. What was it called?
It was Dylan's Candy Bar.
Yeah, and it's fucking big,
Yeah, in New York.
So they have a corporate, and like I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was like a very local shop, and I was just like, damn, like I don't think we could actually shoot there and stuff. And like we got so lucky, yo, cause like
the manager was looking at us the whole time. He was just staring at us.
You asked if we could shoot, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure we can't. And like I would want to ask, like just in case, and they still said no at first. And like the waiter was just kind of like
the lady was trying to help us at first. Like she was trying to like I got you in the low. And then as
but
we
they
were
still
doing
said no.
they were still saying no. They're like, yo, the manager is looking at you. Like I'm like, you know what? We're gonna have to calm down a little bit. But we got it done. You feel me? Like
not gonna lie, you guys bugging though.
Yeah. You know what? But that's what life is. It's a whole bunch of risks. You take the risk and you do what you want to do, and you can't let anybody stop you. Because when you let people stop you and dictate what you want to do, your ideas are never gonna come to life. That's why a lot of ideas.
Well, actually, in this case, it's a little different. Because like I know what you mean though. Because like when I used to skate, like I know about like I used to always trespass in like all these areas because it's just like this is how you get the spot and stuff. Right. So like I get that feeling and stuff. In this case, we could get literally sued if we were not careful. So like that's something like
no word.
But I know what you mean though. Either way, like
thank God we weren't sued. But soon, I don't know if I should promote it on YouTube soon. I was thinking about it.
You're fine.
We talk.
I don't think they'll do anything honestly. But it's like you just gotta realize if worst case you become a fucking millionaire off of this shit, you're probably gonna get sued.
No. I'm gonna have to run right there and be like, listen, bro, I'll buy a whole candy store. Soul Flavor candy store coming soon. But we did the video. I did my own I did everything to it, like the editing, the narration, and the way that everybody was like the way everybody was.
Let's play a quick clip.
Boom. Ding.
I wonder if it's there. Like I'm talking to myself in the future. It's just like it's right there.
We gotta do a boost right here.
I'm gonna move it like. Alright, it's gonna be in front of us now.
Say that. Everything went out great though. The whole outlook, the idea was brought to life. Shout out to the girls that were there, Liz, Zoe, and Ayana.
There's a couple people that were supposed to go too, right?
Yeah, there was like 2 more girls that were supposed to go, but they backed out last minute.
It worked out though.
Yeah, like I said, I don't ever let anything stop me from creating a vision.
I mean, any more people would have been even harder.
Yeah, it would have been worse. We probably would have been arrested and sued and all that. But like from going to the candy store to having the people there, it was complicated getting everything together, but everything worked out for the best. Yeah. The video came to life.
Yeah, because it was hard to film.
It was.
Like I couldn't really like.
You were holding the camera right here the whole time. Yeah, we did it. We got it done. It was complicated, but I didn't let anything stop me. There were no barriers. And
like you say, I was filming like that.
Yeah, you were filming like this.
And I wanted to use my stabilizer, like, and the thing is, like, it obviously didn't work. And the thing is, we were really obvious that we were recording.
So obvious, bro. So obvious.
But for some reason, like, shout out to that management, because he definitely could have been like more of a dick to us, and he wasn't.
It could have been worse.
Because they told us like 3 times. They're just like, guys, you gotta stop recording.
Way more.
But he personally told us like 3 times.
Oh yeah.
And everyone else was just like, yo. And then like, but he personally told us like 3 times, and like he still like was patient. Fine.
Yeah.
And we were like those dickheads that were like there after it closed.
Yeah. The last ones to leave. Like, I personally feel like he knew what was trying to get done, but he does have a job, like he did have to do his thing. Yeah. And I understand, like, if
he was probably trying to go home, he's just like, yo, fuck these guys. Trying to dip and stuff. Yeah. These are bugging. But it was great. Shout out to them though, because like they were definitely like.
Where shout out Dylan's candy bar.
Which one though?
Yeah. The one in Manhattan.
There's a few.
Both of them. Both of them. Shout out you guys. You guys made my dream come true. If that candy store was never alive or anything, I would have probably been trying to still do that video. But thank you. This whole idea, this whole mixtape thing, like I said before, it wasn't for anybody. It was for my supporters. It was for my fans. But it was mostly for me because I wanted to see how far I can go with an idea that I have in my head.
Yeah.
And it was done. So now knowing that it can be done, anything can be done that I think about. Anything. There's no limit to what I can do.
So going with that idea, what do your whole thing about flavor, individuality, and just everyone's different. What do you want to portray, like, in your medium? Like, I mean, you do DJ and graphic designing for now. In your art, what do you want to portray? Like, is it the individuality part? Is that what you want to show people, that everyone's different in their way?
Yeah, I want to show people that on top of the individuality, I want to show people that you can do it. You know, there's no end, there's no questioning it.
How do you plan on doing that?
By continuing to do what I do and bringing something different to the table every single time. By just doing and saying less, because when you say less and just do more, the results come in quicker than you can blink. Like, yes, it's okay to talk about it, but it's also better to write it out. You know, like, I wrote down everything I was gonna do. Everything was planned out to a T, and you know, obviously some things didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but sometimes I can't have control of everything that goes around. Sometimes you can only have control of a certain amount of things.
But the fact that you wrote down a huge thing and you got a good portion of it done,
yeah,
it's closer than if you had nothing.
Exactly.
And then an even smaller portion of it done.
Exactly. It's better than having nothing done, because something is better than nothing. Some people don't even give it effort.
How do you stay motivated? Like, what do you do during, like, your...
Honestly, bro, my motivation is myself. My motivation
Explain
is...
that.
So, DJing, and this goes back from the story that I told you about me, you know, my father leaving and him having me put music at the party. DJing was always made me happy, and I did this for myself at the beginning of it all. But yeah, I wish can you zoom into that?
I don't even know if we recorded it. We're just like footsies though.
But I always did this for myself, bro. I never did this for anybody else. But when I started realizing that there are people out there that did like the way I DJ, that really love my style of work, not only from my music but my art, for my graphic designing, I started doing this for, you know, everyone too, but mostly myself.
I feel like the thing was, like, the fact that they like something that came from your heart, like, that's what it feels good.
It's organic. People don't like copycats. People don't like people who just half-ass things. People love things. People love people who do things with their heart and soul.
People love weird. People love different. I mean, look at what's this chef's name? Chef Gordon. What's his name again?
The one at Thought Factory?
No, Gordon, like the fucking super famous British dude that curses a lot and yells at people.
I don't know. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about, but I forgot.
Gordon, whatever. I think it's Gordon. I was just watching one of his shows, but whatever.
What's his name? What's that one in the can? Chef Boyardee, right?
Oh, no. Wait, I didn't even know it was a person, honestly. Alright, this is gonna be a quick Google search. Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay, okay.
So, this dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, he's a dickhead.
The thing is, look how famous he is for yelling at people.
I didn't really know that he was really famous for that.
He's a really good chef, and like he deep down, honestly, he is a pretty good person and stuff. And but the thing is, like, the thing is, like, everyone loves the fact that, like, if he yells at you, it's just like, oh my god, he yelled at me. It's just like, it's so weird, because what they did, it's like they put in like a fake kind of like advertisement bulletin board, kind of like what you see like on like bus stops and stuff, like a screen. So they replaced the screen, like it's a digital screen. They replaced it, and he was there like digitally and stuff. And they had a camera, so then people walk up to him. He's just like, "Hey, you with the blue sweater" or something. He's just like,
and like it was live.
Yeah. and then they would say something, and then he would talk shit about them, and they're just like laughing and stuff. And it's just like, the fact that you can do that,
yeah,
that's wild.
That's wild.
That the fact that like people would love for someone to sit here, me be a dickhead to you, and then they love it.
It's in this world.
Crazy.
Listen, this world, it can be yours. It's yours. This is everybody's reality. You could make it what you want. If he got recognized because he was yelling at people, it's because he made it that way in his head.
Yeah.
That's what?
That's crazy.
What? You know what? I'm gonna just start yelling at everybody. Yo, fuck you! It's like, nah.
That's crazy.
No, but it's cool.
Like I know he's famous because like he's a good like he's good at his art, like cooking, whatever.
Yeah.
He's good at it. He's good at networking. He's a nice dude. But like a lot of people generally know him for like yelling at people and being a dickhead and stuff.
That's wild.
And the thing is like it's crazy because like I said, he could do that. He'll talk shit to somebody, be like, "Oh, it looks like whatever and shit. Like you probably cook like what like shit and stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
And people love that. And like the fact that you can do that—that's crazy though.
You can do anything in
Fucking
this world,
internet.
man. Like
But-
in this world, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a limited amount of things.
Unlimited.
And there's an unlimited amount of things you can do in this world, man. Unlimited. Yeah, you should. Can you do that? But there's an unlimited amount of things you can do in this world, and don't let shit stop you. If you want to be like Chef Gordon and yell at people for all your life, go ahead, do so. You're probably gonna get fucked up a couple of times because he was an ugly dude. Like I'm not gonna lie, he got low, but he's doing it. He ain't let nothing stop him.
So with that said too, because he does a lot of shit. What's your end goal?
There's never an end goal. I don't want there to be an end. I want to keep chasing this bag forever.
What do you mean by that though?
I want to keep.
Like what's the point of you kind of like advancing? Like money aside, or is actually money a thing?
So.
Because I know it's when you say chase the bag, that's a term we just use to just kind of keep going.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What's your like? What keeps you happy?
So. I think. Like right,
is it the chase?
I think the chase.
The chase of doing something.
Yeah, like. No, if I'm still, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I can't stay still. Like right now, I could have easily. It's my birthday today. I could have easily been doing something. Been doing nothing. Something other than working right now, but I'm working. I'm doing this for myself.
Wow, you just fucking discredited me.
Oh my god, no, bro. I love you, bro. Fuck. Nah, nigga. My end goal, man, is to keep chasing like, money isn't a thing to me because money is just a tool I use to help me elevate. Other than that, or help my family.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's nothing but paper. If the value is lost tomorrow, I'm still doing what I love to do because I don't let that dictate me. I will never let money dictate me. And if it does, I'll just sit back and realize this doesn't control me. I control me.
Makes
so
sense.
I can put that aside and continue doing my thing. You know?
Good.
Yeah, man.
Who would you like to like work with or for?
I mean, there's a lot of people. I have this concept in my mind that I want to be my own boss, but to be your own boss, you need to work for others to realize what it is what it takes to be a boss.
Depends how you see it.
Yeah. So.
But like ideally, like is there somebody you want to work with?
So
Collab?
Yeah, like eventually in my near future, I would want to work with artists like.
So who's name 2 artists? One you want to work with soon, and then one that would be like an almost just like ultimate kind of like person you want to work with. Like on your list, who's the next person you're gonna work with?
Next person I want to work with is Joji. Artist from Cali.
Artist from Cali.
Asian, yeah. He's from New York though too, yeah. Cool dude. Nice music, amazing music. Shout out Joji. I love your music, bro. Yeah.
And now the ultimate like it's just like that'd be like, oh shit, like this is actually happening kind of thing.
Romeo.
Yeah.
Romeo Santos. Or Drake. Yeah, Romeo Santos or Drake. That's
I forget how young he is, Romeo.
Yeah, he's young.
He's still like, what is he like?
Like
maybe
30,
almost
31?
40 maybe? No, he's young. Yeah, he's like 30.
Young, yeah.
Damn, that's wild, yo.
They're probably 32, 35, 30 range, early 30s.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look
that's
it up.
fucking wild. This nigga, he's set for like life already. Romeo Santos. Google. How old is he? Then he's 6'1". Lucky ass.
Probably got surgery.
Years active since 95. That's when I was born.
You know my father opened up for him too?
Really?
Yeah, when he first came here to Passaic, New Jersey, My father.
He's 37.
He's 37?
He's young.
Yeah, he's young.
He's young.
Mad young.
That's wild.
But he
and look how much,
definitely...
he has a lifetime of success already.
Word. And he's...
And he still has a lifetime to go. Fucking wild.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's wild.
All with his amazing voice, bro.
So, who's your influences? Like, who do you kind of base yourself off of? Or based yourself off of?
Definitely my boys. DJ J-Star, DJ Flipstar, DJ Fresh Kid, and graphic design wise, DJ Flip One. Because he's also a graphic designer.
Who's that?
Flip One?
Yeah.
Well, he's a producer / graphic designer.
Is he the one that worked with Strata?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I put them together.
Yeah, he told me that. That beat goes fucking hard. You know?
Yeah, amazing work. Amazing work. And his graphic design, amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bro, so...
Shout out to Flip.
Yeah, shout out Flip One, man. Like
your beat's fucking on point,
he's
man.
He's my OG, bro. Like,
cause I'm helping work the video in Cali, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to Cali?
Yeah.
When?
Saturday.
That's lit, bro. Nigga. Wait, the Flip One's up in it too?
I don't know, actually. I just know, like, I'm gonna just help out Strata with that video, cause like, while I heard the beat, I was coming up with the concept for it, and like, I was there when Strata was writing the lyrics.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit, like, we should fucking like I have an idea, like, how to do this and stuff.
That's really cool, bro.
We'll talk about that afterwards, though. But so that's your influences.
Mm-hmm.
Inspirations. What do you do for inspiration?
My inspiration is lo-fi music.
Yo, you got me into that.
Yeah. Right now I'm listening to lo-fi music.
Oh yeah,
As
the
we're
fucking
going,
wait,
yeah.
is the other one in?
No,
Oh, no.
Yeah, the whole time, I don't know if you guys peep, but the whole time in the interview, I've been listening to lo-fi music. Because it keeps me calm, man. Like, lo-fi music, bruh. Like, I'm a DJ. Yeah, I love hip-hop. Yeah, I love Jersey Club. Yeah, I love reggae, yada, yada, yada. I love all of that. That's cool. But there's nothing better than mellow ambient tunes playing in the background. Like, your neurons are flowing. You know?
I didn't know that was the name for it, but like lo-fi music is like, it's just nice. Because the thing is, there's nothing crazy going on, but there's something there.
Yeah.
And it's not like, you know, to the point where it's just like nature sounds and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just like enough that you're stimulated like at a constant kind of level.
Exactly. I feel high, like low-key, like listening to this music. It gives me like a natural high because it just calms you down. It's my way of therapy. Yeah, man. Amazing.
Alright, like next one. Okay. People think of daily routines as like, when you become successful, it's not about what you do, it's about what you do every day, little by little, to reach a certain goal. Those little things add up, and that's how you build like an empire for yourself. What do you do every day that kind of helps you for that?
Yo, honestly, bro, routine-wise, I don't really have a routine. Like right now, like my routine, like maybe a couple months ago was.
But what do you think about every single day when you wake up? Like, it's just like, this is gonna help me for my bigger goal.
Yeah, I think about DJing. I think about the projects I want to put out. I think about the content that I want to do. I think about like artists that I'd love to collab with, artists that should collab with another artist, people that should meet together. I think of little things like that because I feel like I could make a ripple effect in somebody's life, and in my own life as well. Like little things like that push me to move forward to a better future, because moving forward is the only way.
So my whole idea with Creator's Block was I legit had a Creator's Block. What do you do to get rid of that? Because one thing, you know how you get inspired, but inspiration only lasts for, it's a very little high.
Mm-hmm.
Disciplines will kind of get you through it. But what do you do when you're like, even discipline doesn't work?
I step away from everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, I take myself out of the equation entirely.
And what do you do though? Like, what's your getaway? Is it lo-fi music?
Yeah, lo-fi music.
Where you just sit there and just like...
Yeah, yeah, like this. Like, I just hit the hardest, like, crack tube or whatever. No, like, I just, bruh, like, getting Creator's Block for me, I remember back then I used to get it all the time, but now I got into the concept of just doing and less thinking. like obviously I think as I'm doing, you know, so it's like creator's block happens only if I'm just planning. Because to plan is to try to get result in your head perfect, and that's nothing in your head is never gonna go the way you want it. Nothing in your head, unless you're super rich, because you could get the money to acquire what you need to make.
Besides that though, like it's just like it's almost like you're gonna improvise at one point. You're gonna be like, oh shit, this might be better than this thing.
Yeah, and ideas change as you're going through. Like I might have an image in my head at first, and then boom, it might just change a entirely different thing right after.
And you know what's funny though, because like that goes to like, this reminds me of like a theory that like how to procrastinate. So you know, like you ever seen in school, like a short example, there's some people who like do their work mad early, like they give like 3 months to do a project, they do their work like in a week and stuff, and then like they do it mad early and they hand it in whatever, but the person who left it for the very last day end up doing way better than the last person.
Yeah,
it's like and you know how it doesn't work every single time. So there's a way to procrastinate, like they were like I said, that reminded me. So the way that works is because like when people do it early, they do it in a week. That means they only put a week's worth of thought into it, and then the rest of they forgot about it, like the rest of the 3 months. But the person who procrastinated, they looked at it, they thought about it for 3 months, and then the last day they put it together.
Okay.
That's fucking wild. Yeah, and I didn't know about that. Like,
you know,
like, you realize that afterwards, you're just like, oh, that makes sense, because like I remember I looked at it and I was like, fuck, this is gonna be a lot of work. So you leave it, but subconsciously you're thinking about
all the things that you could do on it till you when you finally. Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's actually the way I do things. Like for this whole project, I feel like, cause alright, so this Soul Flavor mixtape was supposed to come out November. I was promoting in November. And then I was like, you know what? I don't think I could drop it.
It's January 10th.
Yeah, it's January 10th. I improvised hard as hell. I improvised. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drop a mixtape in November, yada yada yada. But then, like, as I said mixtape, I said, wait, I can't just drop a mixtape. I need to do different. I need to do something like not. I don't want to use the word different anymore. I need to do something unique, something flavor. You feel me? I need to do something that smacks you in the face. So I was like, you know what? Let me just hold it off to my birthday, because let me tell you something, Elvis. Subconsciously, I look back at you know how like Facebook shows you like the memories and stuff. I look back at my Facebook and I seen that every single year before my birthday I drop a mixtape, and this has been going on for like the last 5 years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it's something that I've been doing, and I never realized it. But every single time that I do a mixtape, Elvis, there's more life and there's more colors involved. It becomes more and more of not just something that you can just put in your car and enjoy. It's something that's interactive. Now there's a video, there's a commercial for it. Now and there's a cover for it now. There's a USB instead of a wristband. Like I felt like there was more that should have been added to this.
It is different.
Yeah, thank you.
You're right. I've never seen this before. Like even though like everything's kind of like digital still, but like this is still like in between of like a physical and a digital world.
Exactly. It brings my initial goal for this, and this is my initial goal for this, was not to make this just something you can acquire online, and not just something that
it's hard to
acquire in real life. It's something that it can be worn on your wrist and you can put it anywhere you want. But I was trying to make this something like a collectible, because if I die tomorrow, God forbid, there's still something here that you can say, hey, Flavor gave this to me. Yeah, because
so are you planning to do that? You're gonna be the one giving. You're personally gonna be the
one. Because I feel that personal connections are way better than a link. I feel like personal connections are way better than me saying, follow me on Instagram or here, listen to my mixes. Because you know what I mean? Like, it makes it more of a relationship thing, a more personal thing there. Like now, maybe in 20 years, you might just have my wristband. If you do, then I know that you've always been my support. You've always been a supporter. It's not just a SoundCloud click where you listen to it once and then you never come back to it. It's something that you can always have right here next to you, whether you want to keep it close to you or not.
That makes sense. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea when I saw it. I was like, oh shit, like that's cool.
Thank you.
And Catherine too, she was just like, oh shit, like it's wristbands. She's like, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
I mean, she didn't say dope, but like, she was getting mad at me if I quote her on that. She was like,
she said dope.
She's like, I don't say that. All right. Lastly, last thing I want to say, advice to people wanting to be in this industry, in either graphic designing or DJing.
So lately, the year 2018 was a great year. It was something to remember. I've met great people. I've experienced a lot. I've learned a lot from the universe. I've acquired a lot of wisdom. I've lost friends. I've made friends. Mm-hmm. I loved it. There's nothing I regret from it. And one thing, and not just for DJing, graphic designing, but one thing I could give you an advice in this industry is to go full on throttle. Don't look back. Don't second guess yourself. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna make enemies. Your friends are gonna become your enemies. But that doesn't mean to regret that. That means to learn and take a lesson. Because there's no such thing as too good of a person, and there's no such thing as too bad of a person. Because even your enemies can become your friends, and your friends can become your enemies. But that's up to you whether you want to realize that or not. Go fully with your intuition. If you feel in your heart something doesn't feel right, go with it. Don't second guess it. Because when you second guess is when you're gonna learn another lesson. And there's only so many times you can take a lesson, Elvis. So many times. But
see that lesson of ignoring your intuition?
Exactly. And that's the biggest lesson. Because after you ignored your intuition once, and you learned that lesson, because you didn't listen to your intuition, you're like, damn, I really gotta trust myself just a little more. Just a little more. Even though you may have the craziest trust in the world, you gotta trust yourself. You gotta trust yourself a little bit more. DJing wise, graphic design wise, it's a battle within yourself. You can't do this for anybody. So you can't do whatever you do for anyone else but yourself first. Once you do it for yourself is when others are gonna start to appreciate that, and then you'll be doing it for everybody else. But don't lose the source of where it started from. It started from you.
Nice. Any last things you want to say before we end?
So Flavor mixtape. I hope everybody can acquire the mixtape. I have all flavors.
On your screen, scan this.
Turn it around real quick. I think it's backwards.
No, it's not. Oh, it's fucking, I'm gonna just put it on the screen.
Alright, bet.
It's fucking like.
So,
there you go. Just scan that real quick.
I have all flavors for anybody who wants a Soul Flavor mixtape. It's out now. It's not going to be on SoundCloud like I said before. It's going to be on USBs. So if you don't have one, let me know. I'll mail it to you directly, or I'll give
personally
it to you.
DM him.
Yeah, personally DM me and everything. Thank you, Elvis, for having me here.
Thank you for...
Shout out CREATOR'S BLOC, man. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. It's my fucking birthday, and I needed this.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Today is June 10th. 2019. No, not June. Wow, what did I say? January 10th. January 10th, 2019.
Yeah, man. The start of the new year is gonna be a big year for both of us.
2019 sounds so future.
Yeah, that's why I did this. Future! Future! That's why I did this, man. Look at this. Look at that. Why wouldn't you want it, man? Why wouldn't you? There's a whole bag here, man. There's a whole bag. So much candy for everybody.
He had to manually put everything in there. That's crazy.
Let me add something real quick. You might want to add this to an explanation there, but this Soul Flavor mixtape isn't just music. It's colors and candy. It's taste. If you can't taste it, then you need to find your flavor because you're a little bitter. Oh. You need to be, he said, oh. Yo, thank you for having me, CREATOR'S BLOC, DJ FLVR. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Get your flavor. Get your flavor. Yo, this is dope. This is dope. I don't know.
So now it's connected.
Wow, okay.
Because when you take it out, it pauses.
What? What? This is crazy. I'm on a comment today.
It's worth.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm on a cop.